How's it going, eh? Do you want a donut?
Wrong. Squirrel!
0.0.
Sometimes you gotta say, what the fuck?
Have you seen my winner?
Welcome back. It is Alex and not the garbage man. We'll say faux garbage man. Hello, Ryan.
Hoy, hoy, hoy.
It's been almost 5 months since you were last on the show. What's new?
Absolutely nothing. I survived another winter in the frozen north. Our piss poor. Well, we had quite a bit of winter the last 2 months, and now we got grass again, so I'm happy.
I remember 30 years ago in Prince George, about this time of year, there'd still be a good foot, maybe a foot and a half of snow, I think.
Yeah, it's so hard to predict because I always base it on like Easter and shit. But like up here, like hard to believe, but there's a huge difference in College Heights, in the Heart, and then the Bowl. Like my ex-in-laws live in the Bowl, and they had a foot of snow on their driveway. I knew that was coming, by the way, Casey. I knew it. But no, I was over at their place, 2 weeks ago, and there was a foot of snow still in their driveway in the one part, and went there 3 days later and it was all gone. So but they're really close to the river too. So it's touch and go down there.
Well, not to sound like old fogies talking about the weather first thing, but, because we're geographically different, it helps just to gauge what else is going on in the world. For example, here in Vancouver, we got one night of a little bit of snow. It didn't stick, and we haven't had any since. So it's been, rain and a lot of mildly warm days. And thank you very much to Nick for liking us on Facebook and to Alma for loving us on Facebook. Hola, ¿cómo está? And to Jolene, hello, the sexiest nurse in Saskatchewan.
You prairie people get the royal screw job every year. I remember we were plus 18 here in Alberta, or in BC, and I drove to Alberta and we hit a blizzard and traffic accidents all over the place. And this was, mid-April.
I apologize to our audience. I didn't know the faux garbage man was going to use such a slur as you prairie people, so I apologize to all my family and friends in Saskatchewan.
Hey, my family is on a plaque at the Ukrainian Heritage Museum as one of the founding families. So I'm one of those people. So I can say you people.
Go away, Don Cherry. Casey hasn't been able to jump for a while. Ooh, maybe we should have Casey do that kind of cameo. Giving a shout out to someone while he's jumping on a skip rope or something.
Do the Jackass theme, have Casey do some calisthenics and shit. Ding, 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 ding.
No. Hola, Bolo.
Hola, hola, hola.
¿Cómo está? Bienvenido de nuevo. Gracias por estar aquí. I've heard worse. I bet you have. If anyone else is having problems with their Adobe Photoshop, for example, you go to open it and it doesn't open, so you click Run as Administrator, and a half hour later it opens. Please let me know what the hell to do. Yeah, Casey, you did tell me about the video you did, and I saw your 7-minute response video about it. And what Casey's talking about on his channel, I should bring it up. There's I think it's a wrestler on, oh, I can't remember what channel. I'll just bring up Casey's and let him explain it whenever he wants to show up.
The off-air text.
I think it was within 1 year of meeting Ryan in high school, and I had no knowledge of the Ukrainian language, and I knew very little French, even though it was compulsory to take French in high school at the time. I had no idea what the word tabernacle meant. I thought, because Ryan kept going on and on about having Ukrainian heritage and being Ukrainian, I thought, oh, it's a Ukrainian word. Little did I know, not really. Get this, it's both. No, it's French Canadian.
And it's primarily just Quebecers. I had a boss, like heavy French accent, and anytime he was pissed off, it'd be fuck the tabernacle.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference you can hear in the way that French people speak between the country of France and the province of Quebec. I think, and not to denigrate anyone, but I think French Canadian people, they sound a little bit more hillbilly-ish when they're speaking. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think it's more guttural, because I've met someone from France, and I know even my grandpa, hasn't lived in Ontario for like 50 years, but he still has a slight French accent, and it's French Canadian accent is so different from France, where the point is, maybe it's because I've just been around French Canadians my entire life. I knew this guy once, and it was funny because you talk about, like, the only Ukrainian words that I know, like, could be difficult for me to have a conversation without looking up the proper translation, but it was things my baba would say or call when she was pissed off. So, you eating like a pig, she would call you a svinya, and that's you're being like a pig, svinya. Straka is ass. Oh, what a straka.
Almost sounds Russian.
Oh, fuck. It's so close, but yet don't ever call a Ukrainian Russian, and don't ever call a Russian Ukrainian, because they're going to kill each other.
Yeah, I know both a few Russian and Ukrainian people, and the way that one Ukrainian person explained it to me is that when you're saying hello in Ukrainian, you say привет. In Russian, it's privyet.
Yeah, just little vowel sounds. Like, for instance, if I said to you, "Dobre večer," that's good evening. But there's different variations. I've heard people say dobra, but it's dobry, which is good, and then večer's evening. I'm probably butchering it because it's been years, and surprisingly, the generation that could still speak it is all past. So now it's maybe one or two cousins, I think, that can still speak it. It would be too complicated for me to learn. I could learn how to speak it, but to write in Cyrillics, no. I won't even bother at this age.
Yeah. And speaking of butchering, hello, Casey.
Hey, how's it going?
Great, man. How you doing?
All right. Hey, Alex, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Think about this. We can call the show Alex and the Raw Man instead of the Garbage Man.
Okay, I'll think about it. There would be a little less that I would have to do in rearranging photoshopped letters for the thumbnails for each show.
No, I mean I can help out. I do good with AI.
I haven't looked at your AI shorts lately. Do you go with particular themes? Or you just post random stuff?
A lot of times I go to Sora and see if anything that was kind of funny, and I do compilations. But sometimes make some of it. But I hadn't really done much of it lately because I've just been doing more like I would take the full gameplay video and then I cut it down to a 3 minute preview for the shorts. So I've been doing that more often.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. And because shorts get a hell of a lot more views,
Oh
your
yeah,
views are blowing up in there. It's at least
it,
100, and I've seen a good 7,000 views on a short video of yours.
What engine are you using? Like pretty much like, are you using Sora or?
well, Sora for that, but a lot of times when I do like editing work for my gameplays, I'll use Grok. What I'll do is I'll create my own artwork and I'll throw it in there to make put it to come live, and sometimes maybe even let Grok to polish it up a little bit more. So,
Nice. That's
so
the key I've found.
I like to use it like as an art editing tool.
I just like, yeah, I figured as much. Yep. Got to get in his jabs.
Hey,
Uh,
Tex, I got a question for you if you can answer in the chat. Have you been to South Fork Ranch? And two, is it actually worth visiting?
South Fork Ranch.
You know the TV show Dallas that ran for like 15 years?
Yeah.
The
oh
ranch
yeah.
the ranch that was featured in the show is a tourist attraction.
Ah,
Is it actually in Dallas?
Well, it's outside of Dallas in I think Plano or Plain. I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Plano.
it's in the outskirts.
Don't they have like? Didn't they redo that series or?
Now they had a revival of 3 seasons, but once Larry Hagman died and there was no JR, they pretty much ended it because the viewership dropped.
You know, the thing is with those revivals, kind of like how they had Fuller House. I'm like, it was good for a little bit, but it's like, okay. I mean, there was almost no substance with it. You know?
Well, like Malcolm in the Middle came out, I think it was Sunday, the revival, and you could tell it should have just been a movie, not 4 episodes, because I'm watching, I'm
Mhm.
getting into it again, and then I'm like, oh, it's over. Like, what a waste of my time.
One of the series I've been getting into lately is on Disney Plus. I know Tex doesn't like this, but I'm liking the series right now. Is the Daredevil Reborn series? I I like the first version too, but they had it came back on Disney Plus, and I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm a superhero snob, so I avoid all that crap just because it's for me, it's just one of those they always got the way out. Oh, well, we could go back in time or we can do this. And it's like, oh, fuck off.
Like what, like how they did for in game.
Yeah, like I'll go to the shows with my kids, like, but it's entertainment, but it's not something that I'm gonna obsess over or I have to see it.
See, between me and Tex, like we had two totally different views. Like I get my ass reamed because I actually liked the Flash because like I guess I kind of got the rose-colored glasses because I was a big Michael Keaton fan as Batman, and uh, and Tex really uh
Thanks, Tech.
ran me for that one.
Oh, cool.
But I'm sorry to take it over.
No, no, all good.
No,
I was just about to share your video section of your YouTube channel. And if we have a look here on the right, Tamatonga is asking $10,000 for a cameo.
Yeah.
How did you find out about this?
Well, I can't. I'm like, see, I had a cameo from Danhausen. So since Danhausen joined the WWE, so it's like, hey, usually when they go to WWE, their cameo goes skyrockets. So I was just curious. And after I found out Danhausen's cameo was offline, I was just looking around and I just scrolling down and just like I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, no, no way. And like so when you click onto it, it would say book a personal video for $9,999, but for a buck you can get a business video. I mean, a buck more you get a business video from him. Like, and it's still there. So it's like, if you want to look it up, I've been checking it every once in a while. It's still there.
There's some kind of grift going on where it's a difference, the difference of a dollar between the personal and the business. There's something screwy going on that those of us who don't have cameo accounts are not privy to, and that's something I'd be interested in learning more about.
Well, I'm thinking it's either one or two things. I think either he didn't know how to maybe go offline, so he's like, "Hey, I rather, put a crazy number so no one's gonna book me," or maybe he's greedy. But I believe it's the other one. I think he probably that's got to be a mistake. Like,
Yeah, maybe. But then again, in this day and age, you never know with some people. Some people are
mhm.
just so brazen about what they say and what they do and what they think they're going to get away with. This may be another example of that, or you might be right. It might just be a completely innocent mistake that no one took a second look at.
And you
well,
know what? Oh, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say I find Cameo just fascinating. There's a few guys on Howard Stern's Whack Pack that have made like we're talking six figures doing cameos, and these
Wow.
guys have no airtime norm, like maybe once or twice when he actually was doing a show. But yeah,
Mhm. Like you can get some like on my short you can see you have Tomatonga, and then right beside it you have Jonathan Coachman, and Jonathan Coachman only asked for $70. So I was like, that's pretty good deal. Like because he's obviously a former WWF commentator, then ESPN guy, and it's like I think I only paid $50 for Danhausen. So like I like to get those because so I can have introduction videos and yeah, just happen to scroll and I stumbled across that. I was like, no, no way.
But it's good to see when it comes to live streaming, you're back up to almost 5.5 hours for a Saturday is Raw. Back in fine form. That's excellent.
Well, the reason it was that long is I was watching the UFC fights. And that was a good show. I mean, I went back and watched the Tyson Fury match on Netflix, and that was not worth it. But then I got texts come on and had a couple people come on. It was a good post show after that.
Excellent. Good. Well, there is that. So, if you got nothing else to pimp, then I guess you better get out there and enjoy some of that warm Oklahoma evening while you still
No,
can.
no, it was hot as hell. But I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope life is good and you're doing well.
I'm doing okay.
Excellent.
All
Hoy,
right.
hoy, buddy.
See you
All right.
guys.
Take care.
It's interesting when like with TV, because I know you're not much of a TV watcher, like you're primarily movies. And with me, I find I watch shows that I used to like or from the past. Like new sitcoms, I don't think I've watched a new sitcom in probably since Community was on. And that's like 16, what, 10 years ago, I think it got canceled, probably 13. But I'm just it sucks. So I find myself I'll throw Cheers on in the background because grew up with that. And like right now I'm kind of background noise, not really paying attention, but I'm rewatching ER. That's interesting to see how much of a difference in 30 years, the medical terminology and how obsessed they were with certain topics compared to today. It's just wild watching it from that perspective.
Yeah. Well, with regards to TV, I did finally get some time, so I watched this little mini series, Ripley, from Netflix. This is really good. It's only 8 episodes, but it's excellently shot, very well paced. It's set in Italy. If you ever saw The Talented Mr. Ripley from 1999 with Matt Damon, this is that same story told a little bit of a different way. It's in black and white, but it's excellent. I really loved it. I can't remember who recommended it to me. Maybe it was my parents, but well worth it in my opinion. Each episode, and again, it's only 8 episodes, are about an hour long. So,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah,
And
if wherever you can find it, take the time.
I would recommend to you, if you haven't seen it, the Chernobyl miniseries that was on HBO. It's about, I think, 5, 6 episodes, but done so well. Top one there with Jesse Buckley and Jared Harris.
Oh, nice. I just saw Jared Harris in a movie that Catherine Bigelow directed. I saw it last night, and I'm blanking on the name for whatever reason because I watch way too many movies. That's going to be the death of me. Yeah, it'll come to me later. 5 episodes. Interesting.
Yeah. Like, look at the top 3 billed actors.
Ooh, Stellan Skarsgård. Nice.
And him and Jared Harris are like the main characters in it. So it's obviously a docudrama. So there's a lot that's kind of a little bit not true, but a lot of this is based on what really happened.
And speaking of Jesse Buckley, I have not yet seen Hamnet, but I would not recommend The Bride. I don't know why this was made, but it was made, and I do not recommend it. Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things that I think it was marketed bad. And just the clips I saw, I'm like, I'm not watching this. This is some and this is going to sound bad, so give your hate right now to all the women listening, but this is some god awful art house wannabe feminist crap. And then it was marketed to be like a 1930s gangster movie, which it wasn't.
Yep. Yeah, that basically sums it up. Yeah. So
I'm
that is
surprised
our
it hasn't.
review for The Bride.
I'm surprised it had a 5.7. Like, I mean, when there's shit and then there's shit.
Yes. And that was, it wasn't god awful, but it was not exactly worth my time. Oh well, I saw it. I can give my opinion wholeheartedly and without reservation, and now I'm moving on.
Well, but marketing is funny because do you remember? Oh God, I don't even remember when I think it was '03 or '02 when Chicago came out. Like, now I like that movie. I'm not a musical fan, but that movie just I liked it. My ex forced me to watch it, and I was like, okay, I enjoyed this. But they marketed it not being a musical. They didn't show any songs, any dancing when the trailers were coming out.
And Tex has seen some god awful garbage movies in his day, in the last 10 years alone, and yet I don't know what to say about I'm not going to say anything more about it. I'll just say, see this guy or this guy for more information.
I got a weird question for you. This is gonna really get your memory gears running. When was the first time you heard of poutine, and where was the first place you had it?
Now, because you're asking me, instead of giving a long, drawn-out, rambling answer that almost gets to the point of answering the question, but not really, I will say I think I first heard of it in Max Cafe, and the first time I had it was probably Max Cafe.
I heard about it, I think it was early to mid 90s, so like 94, 95-ish. I think I was in grade 8, and we found it was on the Burger King menu, and my mom ordered it, and I said, this looks disgusting. Not knowing, right? That's the first reaction I notice a lot of Americans have when they see pictures of poutine. But once you have it, it's like heaven.
Probably. I think it depends largely upon what kind of gravy is used.
That's New York fries, I will say, is one of the best, has like traditional poutine sauce. And coming in at either number 1 or number 2 is Costco. Costco poutine is the best you'll get in Prince George. And it's $7 for a container. Oh, I got one right here for a container this big filled with poutine.
Not a sponsor, Tubes, but we'll take it.
No, I was just bringing that up because it's one of those things that's been in part of our culture in Canada for years, but it only came out west in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at pictures of poutine is something you think you would see in a Faces of Death video, I think.
What frustrates me is when you actually order poutine in a restaurant, which it's very rare that I do that because you're really playing Russian roulette. But if they're not using the curds, it's not poutine. It's just gravy and shredded cheese.
And for anyone who's just tuned in now, he's not talking about the Kurds as in the Kurds versus the Iraqis. No. We're talking about cheese curds, right?
Yes. Little white squeakers.
This conversation is getting worse by the word.
Oh, God. So, Mackenzie's having a 60th birthday next month.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're having a few events, but as usual, from what I've read, they're shitting the bed like they do every time. Well, they did the 50th 10 years ago, and they had a parade, did a bunch of things.
Squeakers and curds, yeah. Oh, good. I was looking forward to seeing that in the theater, but my girlfriend says it looks too gory. I think we'll wait. And I was like, I guess so. Oh, well.
Birds.
And to dovetail back to Casey and video games coming up on the Harsh Truth, they will be reviewing a movie I have not seen since probably 1990 or so, The Wizard from 1989 with Fred Savage. A decent movie from what little I remember of it. I did not see the Super Mario Galaxy movie, but then again, I don't know that there is a movie called the Super Mario Glaxy movie. Maybe that's a spin-off. Maybe. Come on, Frank. What are you doing? The Glaxy movie. Is that a secret ingredient in poutine to give it more flavor? Glaxy? But I think it was because I saw the Super Mario Bros. Movie review with Jeremy and his lovely wife. I'm sure that they reviewed this one as well. The Glaxy. I'm not letting that one go, Frank. Sorry. It's there forever. It's on our live stream. We are not going to edit it out. So, yeah. The Glaxy movie. The Wizard, I am looking forward to hearing very soon.
I like The Wizard. It's actually one of my favorites. And it's, for what it is, it's good. I mean, looking back at it, it's obviously a full-length Nintendo ad with a backstory. But for its time, as a kid, I loved it.
I think there was a bit of a road trip aspect to it, and that's about all I remember of it, aside from Fred Savage being in it.
Yeah, they went from, I think, Utah to Nevada to Reno to play in this, and then they went to California for something. And I just remember the kid that was all screwed up. He just kept saying California every time he saw dinosaurs. I don't know. I always laugh like it seems like I was watching an old Simpsons, and it just you can tell when Conan O'Brien had a big part of writing certain episodes because it has some of his quirkiness in it. Like, especially because I think he was there primarily for season 4 before he got his show. Season 3 and 4. And yeah, there's just little things like little Joey. Are we going to get to California, Mr. Homer? Yes, we will, Joey. Yes, we will.
And thank you very much to Wade for liking us on Facebook. I'm pretty sure Nick misses your face with every bullet so far.
Oh, and speaking of Dr. Nick, I just wanted to give a huge congratulations to the town of Tabor for winning Hockeyville 2026.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they won the votes, beat out Tumbler Ridge, and they're getting, I think it's 200K or 500K. It's pretty high, 6-figure amount for their arena, which is desperately needed.
And to help celebrate that, we will give you one of these. What's it look?
Golf clap.
A tepid golf clap for the town of Tabor. Thank you for tuning in this long way just to hear that little quip. It's not that gory, and for a feature film that's in the theater, I bet the MPAA went at it pretty hard. I saw all the Faces of Death. They're not documentaries, they're shockumentaries. The first one being the best because it actually had a coherent through line to it, and the host, the guy who was the narrator, he was the best part of that whole thing.
Just, and the music, that haunting background was just perfect for it. Like, it really set the mood and everything. I mean, but it's funny because there's so many things on the internet that are scrubbed, like from history. Like if you know where to find them, even on YouTube, you can find some pretty haunting video clips. Um, the dude that blew his brains out on live TV, I can't remember his name. I'm having like an old person moment. Our Bud Dwyer.
Yes.
Okay, when he did that, and then a video I found a few years ago that it's haunting is the station nightclub fire in that happened in '03. There was a news crew filming, ironically, a piece about club overcrowding. And when the pyro went off and the place was fully involved within 5 minutes, it's haunting because you can see the human crush, like the piles of people at the door. This is outside, but the really creepy part was you can hear screams. And then the haunting part is when it goes dead silent and all you can hear is flames. But like there is shit like that out there, but I don't recommend looking for it unless you're desensitized or Tex, because
Yeah, unless you're like Tex, in which you need something to fall asleep to.
He was in Stranger Things, wasn't he? I think
don't
so.
know.
Yeah, I think he played Billy. I don't know. Yeah, that name. Yeah, I think that's where I recognize the name from.
Aside from the TV series Ripley, I just finished 5 series of the British TV series Ghosts. I can't remember who recommended that to me. Maybe it was my parents. Maybe it was Big Red. I can't remember. But if you like British humor, it's a good one. Every episode is about a half hour, so I could slide in giggity a few every day.
There's an American version of it, eh?
Oh, I don't know if it's going to be as good.
It's been on for I think 4 or 5 seasons now, but I've watched a bit of it. It's funny, but it definitely is more Americanized humor. I find British humor funny because it can be so dry yet so dark.
Yeah, I agree. And a very special thank you and hello to my friend. I don't know if it's your friend as well, Amanda, who liked us on Facebook. Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope life is good and you're doing well. And Tex says, yes, Dacre Montgomery was Billy on Stranger Things.
I figured that.
You need to ban Tex. That sounds like a bannable offense telling us to ban someone. Maybe I should ban Casey. No.
So
I'll allow him to have his freedom of speech. And I'll allow Cousin Lisa to have her freedom of speech as well. Hola.
Just something I found on the internet here I thought was a little bit funny.
Yeah. Everything was simpler back then.
And for all our friends out there, since it was Easter, was it last weekend? My days are all screwed. I think it was. But he has risen, ladies and gentlemen. He has risen.
Yeah. Sure. Anyway, Casey, you're welcome for being on, and thank you for taking the few moments to come on, and you can do so again in the future. We appreciate it.
Go on, sorry.
And now if Tex would like to join us so he can show us his newest array of human face-made masks, I will send you the link.
Hey, I got a question. Were you ever a fan of Twin Peaks at all?
I didn't really get into Twin Peaks when it was on TV at the time, but years later I watched the movie Firewalk with Me, and I was really weirded out by it, but I knew the basic storyline of Twin Peaks, but that's what got me into David Lynch. Giggity.
Um, was the new one that came out in 2015 or 2017, I think it was. Yeah. Um, it was by far, I think I've mentioned this many times, but holy shit. Episode 8 in particular, I cannot believe that was a TV show. The cinematography was incredible. Okay. And it was literally, I know you hate that word, but it was an 18-hour movie with every episode. That's the way you put it. Like each episode was about an hour, but it was like a movie. Just so well done. And I think Lynch directed every episode.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it was just it makes no sense to anybody. There's a lot of weird imagery and everything else, but the nuclear episode in episode 8, probably the best thing I've ever seen on TV for cinematography and everything. No, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say Eraserhead for Lynch weirdness.
I think I got a clip for that somewhere. I got way too many clips. Okay, so I'm only going to play the beginning of this clip, but you'll know.
Where do you like? Heineken? Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
If Dennis Hopper was made to exist for only one reason, it's that movie.
Or his 20 minutes on screen in Apocalypse Now. Hopper hopped up on coke is like the best Hopper.
Yes. Imagine a bunch of adults. Casey, is this code for something? I'm not sure what you're trying to say here. You know, Tex has adults over at his place looking for Easter eggs, but they're also trying to get out and they're running for their freaking lives. Unfortunately, it's like that fictionalized H.H. Holmes murder hotel that didn't actually exist. And no one ever gets out alive. It really happened. AI short, or it didn't happen.
I was disappointed. I went, I think it was Easter Sunday, to the local pot shop. And just a Texas comment there. But I went to the pot shop and there was eggs all around. And I was like, oh, they're giving us free shit. Yeah, it was just chocolate.
Hey, free munchies, why not?
Well, especially in a dope store. I mean, hell, that's the best place to get it.
See, this is how you know you're living in the future. I went to the local pot shop. That's a sentence you can say and not get gaffled up for.
Or to go buy a pack of pre-rolls because I'm too lazy to roll them myself. But weed, I'll say this much, compared to what it was like when I was really younger, my God, it would put you into a coma compared to the shit we used to have in the early 2000s. Oh. Like, I think there was one thing that was, they were selling one the other day I saw, and it was a single infused joint, so it had a bunch of crystals in it and that, but it was, I think, 60% THC. So you have 3 tokes on it and you're zombified.
Well, good. You save money. You have 3 tokes, you butt it out, and come back to it next week.
And, speaking of marijuana in Canada, I got to put this picture up and thank the man. And yeah, that man right there, hate him, love him. But my God, if it wasn't for him, we'd be still in the Stone Age with cannabis.
Yeah.
Hard to believe that picture there. That guy used to run a country.
Yeah. You can hate on him all you want. He legalized weed in Canada, and at this point, he's dating Katy Perry. He's living his best life.
And his ex-wife was pretty friggin' hot too. Anyone that said the guy was possibly homosexual, well, he can sure tag the women pretty good. Like this guy's, man, I can't believe I say it, but I'm a little bit jealous of Justin Trudeau.
Well, I'm going to preserve that clip for posterity in the future.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm going to share a story that was released on February 3rd of this year. And for all those armchair judges out there, I would like you to sound off in the comments about what you would have done in this case. BC woman sentenced to 2 years after drunk driving crash that killed 3 people. So, again, February 3rd of this year by CBC Radio Canada. She was drunk driving. She had 3 guys in her car. She was going, I think, 160 kilometers in a 50 zone. Yeah, it's a 50 kilometer an hour. And she was going some ridiculous speed because she was drunk. And she rolled the car, went off the embankment, killed 3 people. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison, less a day. Now, if you all of a sudden get mad and say, well, if I were the judge, I'd do something different. You got to take all the variables into account and the mitigating factors. Watson's offense, she hadn't done anything wrong before, so this was her first offense. She received more than 30 letters of support. She stopped drinking. She has attended counseling, and I think she has had to do 240 hours of community service. So it's not like she's getting off light. And 3 years probation. Now, if you were the judge, or if you were up in arms about this story, what would you have sentenced her to? Is what I would like to know.
Well, my opinion personally is if she, because they were just what I'm seeing here, they were in the vehicle with her. They willingly got in the vehicle. Okay. So that would be a huge factor to me in regards to sentencing. If she killed an innocent family or some innocent person because she was drunk on the road and the other people didn't also make that decision to get in the car with her, that's a different story. I think way more time. But the fact that she's quit and did rehab and that, I think it's good. But it's also tough to say because when it comes to DUIs involving death, I think the penalties should be stiffer across the board.
And I was wrong. It was 118 kilometers in a 50 kilometer an hour zone, not 160 as I had said before. So no previous driving offenses. She did plead guilty, I think it was to... Well, she had blood alcohol content more than twice the legal limit. I think she pleaded guilty to reckless driving causing death. 1 count of impaired driving causing death. Now, if you were the judge, would you say 3 counts of impaired driving causing death because it was 3 people who died, or is that succinct and sufficient enough a sentence, including everything else?
I think in Canada, even if they would have been charged 3 times, her sentence would have been concurrent. So they would have just overlapped and served at the same time. So I think in that case, why bother with the other 2? charges if she was going to get the same sentence across the board anyways.
Yeah. And I understood when you used the word concurrent because I listened to the Canadian True Crime podcast, and the host, Christy Lee, she goes into detail when it comes to things like sentencing and what that means. So concurrent meaning if they're charged with more than one thing and they're serving concurrent sentences, it's all at the same time. So if you get sentenced for 5 years for this, 7 years for that, 2 years for this, it all starts at the same time.
Bothers me about our country though, that makes me, is people are so, they're quick to judge and they're quick to comment without understanding how our system works. Because when Picton was sent to jail and sentenced, when Lejabakov was sentenced, was life with no chance for 25 years. And people automatically started, how did he only get 25 years? Well, the odds of, well, Picton's dead, good riddance, but Lejabakov, he won't see the light of day. He'll come out of that jail in a coffin. Like, he will not get released. And people don't seem to see that. It's called the faint hope clause for a reason, because you're a serial killer. You ain't getting out of jail.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing with our justice system. If you are sentenced to life, that means 25 years. And no, Casey, I did not take care of Dr. Nick permanently. I allowed germs to do that. Because Nick, I didn't say it at the beginning of the show, Nick has a cold. So he is down for the count. This might be it. It's like a person who's in their 80s who's got pneumonia. This might be it. Make sure your will is up to date.
It's been a bad year for cold and flu. Like, my kid goes to, well, it's a different type. It's more of an alternate ed high school. So there's a lot less traffic in there. But I spent maybe 5-10 minutes close with my nephews in the past 3 weeks. They were hockey tournaments, seen them at a Cougars game and whatnot. Every time I was near them, 2 days later, I'd be sicker than a dog, because elementary school kids are walking petri dishes of viruses.
Yeah. It's like they have an aversion to cleanliness, to washing their hands, to cleaning up after themselves. Now, do we blame the parents? I don't know.
Well, since my kids have been out of elementary school, I haven't been too sick. If I wasn't doing a public job, I wouldn't get sick. Oh, Tex, I know so much about Mr. Picton. It's driven by the farm, and yeah, there's a lot more than, yeah.
On the Canadian True Crime podcast, I think it's the most recent, maybe not the most recent. I should simply go to the website to show you, because they did an update to the Picton case, because they had done an in-depth series recently. All right. So here is CanadianTrueCrime.ca. You scroll down, Robert Picton, the final chapter, and I think this is broken down into 4 episodes, part 1, 2, 3, oh, pardon me, 5. And if you've heard the original that they did some 2 or 3 years ago, then this is a little bit more in depth as to what happened to some of the victims and what happened to Robert. So yes, CanadianTrueCrime.ca if you want to listen to a 5-part series on Robert Picton. Really good stuff.
I mean, you've been down there, obviously. I've been down there. The downtown east side is such, it's like you go a few blocks over and it's hard to believe it's the same city. Like, it's so weird there.
Yeah, Main Street and East Hastings, which I affectionately refer to as Ground Zero, that would be what parts of Texas would look like if Tex did not live there. Because, just zombies walking about and excess humanity stumbling and lots of garbage and stuff. Now, you put a guy like Tex in there, he'll have that motherfucker cleaned up in a weekend.
Yeah. Well, there's conspiracy theories floating around Prince George right now because there's been a few. We have the homeless, junkie population downtown here, and there's regulars. Obviously, Prince George isn't a big city at all, 100,000 people, if that. And there's been a few people wearing shirts that say DTES from the missions down there. And there's been quite a few more regulars that you're seeing and doing weird shit. And because the World Cup's coming to Vancouver in June, there's speculation that there's quite a few of the street people being shipped up here to become our problem.
And that was also said back in 2010 for the Olympic Winter Games. I don't know if it's true. I asked people on the internet and I didn't get anything concrete.
Living here during the Olympics, our homeless population did go up a lot, but that's also a really hard number to say because we had fires, we had evacuees from other communities that within the last, 16 years since 2010. So we do get a lot of homeless shipped up, but it's usually been a natural disaster. So it's hard to say, but I heard that a lot of the Vancouver ones got sent to Williams Lake. And then once Williams Lake caught on fire in 2015, I think it was, they got sent up here because they had no place else to send them.
And not at all related, and just for a change of pace, a clip from the 1987 movie Street Trash. Now, I'm pausing it here because, well, copyright aside, I saw this movie and yeah, it's not the greatest movie. However, the fact that they were able to afford a Steadicam makes it that much better of a movie. And what makes our show that much better is the addition of our friend Courtney. Hello.
Well, I'm going to kind of comment on that because Baldy Hughes isn't an open door rehab center. It's actually, you have to commit. So they're not just sending random junkies into Baldy Hughes because once you're in there, you're locked in there for 2 years. And with most drug addicts, if you're not willing to accept that you have a problem and want to get clean, it ain't going to work.
Ryan versus Courtney, IRL fight right now. And back to Street Trash.
Are you looking at Casey's grandpappy?
Oh.
And Tex, we haven't implemented it yet. We have a really strong beef industry in Alberta, but I still think we've implemented the fentanyl thing there.
All right.
Yeah, no, Baldy Hughes is a pretty difficult place to get into, let alone get out of. But I know you're going to find people in the weirdest areas, um, especially once the snow is gone. They're wandering around everywhere.
Everyone bow their heads and say hello to Lady Cora. How are you? I definitely remember Charlotte. Her mom was... Whoa. That is interesting. Damn. She's like, oh boy. Yeah, it's one of those shows.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Rain in Las Vegas. Wow. That
That
almost
happened
never
to me
happens.
when I was there. Yeah, flash flood warnings started coming in. We got a downpour for 5 minutes. It pissed me off because they shut off the escalators on the strip, so it was kind of screwed in some places.
Oh yeah, considering that Lady Cora, not to tell tales out of school, she was in Oregon before,
Oh yeah.
yeah, before Vegas. Yep, West Coast rain can be a bitch, let me tell you. Hello, Craig. How are you? Any groaner jokes from the desk of Craigery this week? You might have to type them as a comment as opposed to Nick bringing it up on the show. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the only person who saw and commented on my little Photoshop of the Van Gogh. Yeah. Yeah. There was originally just one of them, so if I were to use the original picture, I'd be covering him, so I photoshopped him all around me. We're still alive. We're doing well. Dr. Nick is not here because germs. Germs have got him down.
No, not arguing either. It's just no, I find Prince George is a lot like Mackenzie with the way things spread here. That's just what happens. But working in the downtown for years, especially around that time, you kind of know how things go.
Peace, love, and Donny Osmond. I've not heard that saying before. Is that local to Prince George, or is that...
See you right back.
All right. Well, good to see you again, Cora, and you as well, Courtney. Hope y'all are doing well. Now, it depends on where you go in both countries. There are places and people in the United States that I would say are better than Canada and vice versa. No, it's not a PG. Okay, all right. I've never heard that peace, love, and Donny Osmond thing before, so maybe I'll have to listen to people every once in a while. I won't. Well, why don't you come on up here? Victoria is a beautiful place to visit in the summertime, especially downtown Victoria. Or, if you want to go into the interior of British Columbia, Peachland, Summerland, Penticton, beautiful to drive through.
And the north is absolutely beautiful. You have the Rockies to the right of you. You got the coastals to the left, and in between you got the trench.
I wasn't over 40. I considered moving to Canada. Oh yeah, we won't take old people. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a beer drinker. However, even though this most likely is AI, this is the difference between water and beer. And there's no sound on this. I'm wrong. There is sound on this. Yeah, you look at his fingers, it's kind of AI. Yep.
No, I think he lost. I think it would have been better if they would have played some German polka or oompa music with that because it was a Heineken, right?
Heineken, fuck that shit. But for AI,
No, that's incredible.
yeah, it's looking pretty good. But the tell is with his two fingers that he sticks in there. They just kind of extend. Yeah. But yeah, AI is getting pretty good. Give it another year or two, and man, that's what's going to be doing this show for us. I mean, no. Excellent. Well, thank you for chiming in with that, Courtney. Appreciate it.
BC is one of our most unique provinces because it has I think 4 or 5 different climate types here. We have a desert, we have ocean, we have rainforest, Arctic tundra, Rocky Mountains. The list it's quite unique.
Yeah. But that's the same with the country of China, I've heard. They've got all that as well. Beer was a substitute back in the day. And Cora, can you speak to the difference in terms of alcohol levels between the United States and Canada? Because apparently Canadians go to the United States, they drink the beer, they say this is watered down, it's so weak. They go back to Canada and they get wasted AF. Did y'all say beer?
Oh, American beer is 100% weaker. Do you remember how I used to get after drinking a case of extra old stock? Yeah, I think Nick banned me from drinking that at the house.
Fingers and eyes. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if you look at a video from AI 2 years ago, that one where Will Smith is eating that Subway sandwich and it just looked so weird compared to now, it's just getting better and better.
The sphere. Well, again, give it a year or two. AI is basically quantum computing, so they'll get the eyes down pat pretty soon. AI is infinitely smarter than me. So if you're tuning in for the intentionally stupid, because you need to feel better about yourself.
Giggity.
Oregon is the same if you go west to east. I've heard Portland is quite the interesting place to go.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I had an old boss that was from Portland.
Yeah, Pine Pass definitely in the summer, never in the winter.
No, living there, I've been in the Pine Pass many times in winters, and I think every time I've been there, there's been a fatality. So that just goes to show you.
Yeah. And a lot of the people who go through the Pine Pass in the winter, they are regulars. So it's not people driving recklessly.
Alex doesn't smoke, but I'll tell you, for the honest to God truth with cigarettes, back before we could all afford brand name cigarettes, They were better than American, especially compared to Camels or Marlboro Reds. But the thing I noticed with them for sure is ours had a more smoother, flavorful cigarette. But yeah, you don't really nowadays you don't notice it because either you have black market cigarettes or the lowest of the lowest name brands. Unless you're making $500,000 a year, nobody's affording $30 a pack for De Mauriers.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember when I went to Italy back in '97. That's almost 30 years ago now. I bought a pack of Marlboro. I think it was just regular Marlboro, and I remember it now. Maybe this is romanticized memory, but I remember those Marlboros being just as good as De Maurier, if not a little bit better, and I don't know why.
It depends what exactly. Like it depends what you're drinking, but our standard stuff Canadian is at least 5%. The extra old stock I was drinking is 6.5 to 7, and then you get into some of the specialty shit we sell, which can go up to 10 to 15 that I've had. But the thing with that beer is it's so filled with the barley and the hops and all that shit that it one big beer will fill your stomach.
Don't bother going to Portland. All right, we'll get to the outer limits and turn around.
I'm not a fan of IPAs. I don't like drinking fruit punch mixed in with my beer. The flavors taste like cat piss. Don't ask how I know. But the point is give me a regular beer. And even then, I usually like a clam eye every once in a while. For you Americans that don't usually have Clamato, it's like a red eye, except ours is clam and tomato juice. So
And since we are on the subject of beer, beer usually leads to this kind of people. And for those of you wondering about your internet connection during that little segment, yes, that was played at the correct speed. I haven't had beer probably since 2000 or 2001.
yeah, I haven't drank in like regularly in a while, but for me, it's always Canadian. I don't like going fancy. I hate fancy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's like drinking cat piss mixed in with fruit.
You should say stupid people with that. Well, we're about to, because what I'm going to open this segment with is a man who tried to throw a shopping cart at an employee. And there's no sound on this one. But does there need to be sound? We're seeing the aftermath. We're not seeing him winding up. This is not slow motion. This is what happens when you don't know how to lift a cart to throw. Yeah.
How the hell is he? What is
Exactly.
like? Oh, hopped up on goofballs.
If you're so mad you want to throw a shopping cart, please think about this guy. Please think about the stupid people. That's a he assaulted himself. We're just going to hold on that image for a little while. Let it burn into your brain.
You trying to screw it? Like, I mean, what the? Man, that's good balance. Like, wow.
Yes, you and Cora have a good point. How is the cart not falling over on its side? Maybe the guy and the cart weigh the same. I don't know. We'll never know because we will never see this person ever again. I feel he nailed it. He got nailed by it.
I wish there was more to that. I'd like to see one of his balls stuck in one of the, sidebars, just for humor.
Out of context clip coming up. Ryan saying, I'd like to see his balls cut.
Giggity.
So there's this thing, it's called safety, and it applies to firearms.
Oh, Christ.
Boom. And again. And repeat it over and over. Oh.
Oh.
He does not know how to use a firearm. Well, yes.
It's actually scary with
What's
firearms, watching the amount of people that celebrate by shooting them straight into the air, and then there's always usually a rash of some poor bastard getting a bullet in the head because it's dropped down on them. Like, just lack of sense.
Yeah, because gravity is a real thing. But I'm sure someone will try and turn that around. No. You fired the bullets at God, and God grabbed the bullets and threw them back at you. No, that's not what happened. And I don't think he's here right now, but score one for Casey. He must have been right all along. The flat earth. There it is, everyone. Casey wins. Yeah.
Speaking of the moon, I didn't open the article, but I saw this headline that I just written by this bitch.
What? There's nothing to see. Yes, there is, and there's no one to talk to. That's one of the reasons you go to space.
Just love these snotty people that are, well, what a waste of money. Do they realize how much innovation came from the first space race in the 60s? Like, how much shit we got out of that? Like,
Yeah.
Grab a brain.
Yeah. Oh, that's in the Middle East, I think.
Yeah, I've seen it primarily in like Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and
Yeah, me too. Don't encourage him. No, I encourage all kinds of stupid just to pad the runtime of this show. He lost his life. No, I think he's still alive. He's probably got 18 kids by now.
every one of them with a sawed-off shotgun.
I had another kid. Driving. That's all I need to say. Driving. Boom.
Oh,
Now, let's examine frame by frame why that might have happened. Okay, so they're pulling out of their parking spot. No problem there. And next, oh, they don't see the yellow line. Either that or it does not apply to them. For those of you who don't drive, a yellow line, especially a double yellow line, means it is something you do not cross over. And this is why. Boom! And watch the bus in the background. You just fucked up the day for what, 40 people on that bus? Come on, man. You can clearly see that they've got a side view mirror. And fuck side view mirrors, bro.
ah.
Why?
It's like the people I see every morning rushing to get their coffee at McDonald's. I mean, the amount of traffic accidents these people have. Like, I'm driving right by a guy, you can tell he's not looking, pulls in front of you, like to get ahead of you in line. There's just too many idiots out there.
Yep. We're going to Mars, so she's wrong. What if that kind of attitude suddenly becomes prevalent among the heads of NASA? We're not going to Mars. But Casey,
Yeah, but Casey believes in the Easter Bunny, so I mean, yeah.
Hey Casey, if gravity isn't real, explain your drooping man boobs. Sorry. I don't know if he has them because I've not seen him and I'm not looking. I'm just assuming. Anyway. She works for the Guardian, so yes, exactly. What was that other stupid online news thing from years ago? They made lots of stupid videos too. Not the one that Hulk Hogan's lawsuit brought down.
But you're thinking of Gawker.
Yes, I'm not thinking of Gawker. I'm thinking of that other hipster one.
Huffington Post?
No.
Oh, because there was another. Because HuffPost was hipster and also really left wing, like far left.
Get that driver a Darwin. Yeah. Hopefully they died. I mean, hopefully they're okay and they've learned from their mistakes. Speaking of going to space.
Yeah, but that's been happening since the 60s. I mean, we've all seen the video of Buzz Aldrin punching out that moon landing conspiracy guy like about 10, 15 years ago.
Yep. And I had shared that video of, I can't remember which old guy it was on what space mission he went on, but there was an old guy who was in a debate with a moon landing denier. And that was a 4-hour show. I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of it was or what channel it's on or what the hell. But if you look for it, you'll find it. Birds aren't real. Not Vox or Voxer. It's some other dumb thing. Always... What?
Chicken tastes better.
Okay. Whoa.
Good old Vor.
Lady Vor. I mean... And she's coming to the border now. Please stop her.
Yeah, you know, you type up Vor on certain unnamed sites, and the amount of people that have videos out there is just astonishing.
I think I've seen something like this in real life before. All right, coming up to the red light, and fuck red lights, and fuck you, and fuck everything, and I have to go. Yep.
Fucking idiot.
Yep. I swear I've seen this in real life. And then I used to yell at people like this, but then I realized my windows were up and I was just making myself deaf, so I stopped. But yeah.
That and right passing on the right just really drives me nuts.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not calling out typos because I don't need to. I know
We
that.
all see it.
Yep. Yeah. I know it's there. You know it's there. My co-host knows it's there. Even the maggots living inside your grandmother's dirty asshole know it's there, folks. It's all true, folks. It's all right there.
Fake news.
Oh, no. One more in the way of the driving. I have not seen this yet. Now, what is there on the steering wheel? Tablet. Tablet. Yes. I still see people using their phones despite that no phone use while driving law coming into effect in, 2015 or 16?
It's hard when the RCMP are using them too.
Yeah. But they claim it's for police business, so they can do it.
Well, fuck off. They can pull over like I have to.
Corvallis, Oregon. Whoa! That's a little bit below the belt, Lady Cora. Woman doing their makeup while driving. Good question. Both are examples of distracted driving, and both at various points. Well, this person at the very least has both hands on the wheel, but it's still distracted driving. With applying makeup, something I've never done, I imagine at some point during the process you have to use both hands, which means at least one hand is not on the wheel. So
It's at the door. I'll be right back.
All right. We were chatting about AI. Kelly Broche. No, but I will make a note. Thank you, Cousin Lisa, for that. Kelly Broche. AI. Thank you. Eye makeup application while driving. There were various points in time when I was younger where I would eat while driving. Cans of tuna while driving. Yeah. Dumbass right here. And Cora says BRB, and we'll probably never see her again, just like the last show she was in the comment section for. Now, Courtney brings up something very important. Anything that diverts your sight, reaction time, and thought process. Therefore, if we want to get extremely technical, the radio, the windshield wipers, GPS, hell, opening the glove compartment or the middle console, that could be considered distracted driving. So how far are we going to take this idea?
Well, I know for me, like, especially when I used to work on the road a lot, I'd have everything set up within reach. So my cigarettes, my lighter, and any drinks. And if I was eating, it was usually not a burger and fries. If it was something that was going to cause a mess, I'd pull over. But like a friggin' corn dog or something that I can keep at least one hand on the wheel. But I'm sorry, you want to talk about distracted drivers are bad, but it's the guy that you're talking to that's driving and he's having a conversation with you. And this is the entire conversation, is the guy needing to make eye contact.
even in movies, and it still happens to this day, when people are looking at each other, especially the driver, making eye contact during a conversation while driving, I'm like, look at the road, look at the road. But the actors are getting somewhat better in that they'll, at the very least, glance at the road. So they give the appearance of not just complete distractedness.
The thing about dogs on laps, if the dog's good and trained with that, like, I mean, Lucky used to sit on Dad's lap the entire time, and there was never an issue.
It's all got to go. Man, if Courtney was in charge of transportation, all you'd have in that car is a steering wheel, a gas pedal, a brake, and what? A shifter? And that's it? Nothing else?
I knew a guy that hacked his video screen to play movies in his car.
I think I've heard that as well.
Yeah, the front screen, because you can hook them up to have like the DVD players in the back, but if you know how to go in the firmware in the back end, you can play it on the screen at front too.
Yeah, everything can be hacked. Lots of dogs on laps. They're just exercising the freedom, bro. Oh, Jesus, this is something I'm not sure I wanted to know.
The thing is unless you get 100% compliance of people keeping their eyes on the road, shit like that's going to happen. If I'm in a big city or driving in Prince George at certain times, I won't touch nothing because the traffic is bad. On the highway, if I know the highway well, I'm a little bit more lenient. But I got the controls on my steering wheel for my satellite radio and everything else, so I can do everything without being distracted. And if I got a passenger with me, they're the ones that pass me my smokes, my drink, everything. So it works great.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what those steering wheel controls are for, to prevent people from being even more distracted than they already can be. Years ago, one of my girlfriends, when we would get in the car and I'd be driving, I would give my food to her. She would have it in her lap, and I would not look at her, but I would use the words from The Little Shop of Horrors, and I would say, "Feed me." And she would proceed to feed me bit by bit, like I was a little kid while driving, safe as can be. Yeah. That's why when you're driving, especially in this day and age, it can happen like that. So you cannot be distracted for a second.
And just clarify a couple things. I'm not the garbage man. I'm the redneck. Nick's the garbage man. I won't take that title from him ever.
Tonight, playing the garbage man, the redneck. And of course, no show would be complete without this, so we are off to the gym. I wonder if you've seen this in real life. And muting for copyright.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What does he think he's doing? It's a pile of dumbbells. He's going to lift them up. The old lift them up and put them down. I understand the basic mechanics, but the execution isn't there.
The point isn't there.
Ooh, right here at the liftoff. Should have dropped the hips a little bit more. Make it a bit more of a deadlift. I wonder if he's going to attempt this with the opposite arm after this set. Level of dumb out of 10, I'd say a 6. Here is a throwback Monday clip. I'm pretty sure I've played this for Nick. Muting for copyright. Squatting and deadlifting at the same time.
Your knees.
Now, what could have gone wrong, you may be wondering? Well, the squat bar is not properly mounted, giggity, and wasn't collared either. He's trying to reinvent the wheel, and he doesn't need to.
I don't even know.
At this point in our evolution, I think we've come up with all the efficient exercises we need to, so there's no need to try and invent something.
Yeah, but in these situations, you got to kind of ask yourself: is he trying to impress some broad, or is like Jim dude partner? Like, because there's like some weird sense of bravado there that's false, and he's like, meanwhile, the guy's popping an aneurysm.
This one Nick sent me. You were talking about bravado a moment ago. Yeah. He can do it. Okay, sure. He can swing the weight down. Good, great. He's not getting a full contraction, that's for sure. And he looks like a pretty big guy.
The homoerotic grunting really just, I'm sure that just turns women right on.
Wow, I can't wait to hear that in the bedroom. Said no woman ever. And from Reddit, what is the worst fitness-related advice you've ever heard? Part 5. I once heard a U.S. official in a very high-ranking position say that exercise is bad because your body only has a finite amount of energy, and working out uses it up.
I'm calling Robert F. Kennedy or Dr. Oz.
Oh.
Finite. Do they understand? Like, how can you not understand basic nutrition?
I think they were lacking some nutrients to the brain when they made that statement.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That or maybe not enough oxygen at Earth or an extra chromosome. But there we are. I hate to, the extra chromosome thing, because people with Down syndrome are more intelligent than half these morons right now. So it just goes to show you, somebody with a learning disability has more common sense than somebody with a education. Sure, they may have gotten their medical D in Granada, but doctor's a doctor.
Yeah, I bet the person with Down syndrome does not attempt what we have seen so far because they know it's not a good idea and they could get hurt, versus the person who doesn't have Down syndrome who gets hurt in these clips we've seen because of bravado. And adjacent to bravado, the indie wrestling scene.
Getting on the top floor in the high rank district. Here he goes. Crossing himself.
It's that point where everyone goes quiet is the most serious part. And boom. Neck breaker.
Yeah, that's a few days in traction right there.
Yep. Dr. Pepper is the only.
I listen to Dr. Scholl's.
Tex is like, y'all talking about medical stuff? I got a medical opinion for you. I'm sorry, Tex. I don't know why that got me so much, but thank you.
Oh.
One more off the top rope. And dead.
So I got a question for you. This kind of goes into the realm of stupid people, but what's the fastest that that's ever taken to go from Prince to Mackenzie? What's your best time?
An hour and either 17 or 20 minutes.
I did it in an hour and 10, doing 175 the whole way.
Jesus.
But I'm not going to dox them, but certain people I share DNA with did it in 45 minutes back in 84, 83. Yeah.
I'm always concerned about getting a speeding ticket. But Jesus, I couldn't imagine what the price of that would be getting caught at 170 or 200 or whatever.
Back in 83, it probably would have been $100 fine. Because they never fined back then based on your level of speed. It was always just if you were speeding. But the thing is the Mackenzie Highway, like going on 97, if you know where the cop zones are, you still get highway patrol, but the rest area between Mackenzie and Prince, the big one, Crooked River, just before McLeod Lake. Yeah. It's the one with the outhouses and that. Well, that's the Mackenzie cutoff. And the Prince George cutoff is Summit Lake. So from Summit Lake to Bear Lake, unless it's highway patrol, you will not see a cop at all. I used radar detectors, you find out, and talking to cops, you find out. But usually I know I'm good to go to speed a little bit if I meet them coming back. Once they are coming back on the highway, I usually let her rip. Of course, then you always got the car in front of you doing jail cover too.
Now, for any Prince George, Mackenzie, or highway law enforcement that happen to be listening and or watching in the future, Ryan is talking in hypotheticals. He has never actually broken the law.
No, I'm a good boy.
Yes. And my modified Van Gogh painting will back him up on that. Anyway.
Well, you want to see a product coming out of Thailand, I think it is?
Yes, I do.
100% real. This is not a parody. I looked up the company.
Oh, no.
Yes. Come Drop Coffee.
Why? Just why? Literally, why?
No. No, I did it in 13.
Now, this is just a silly name, right? It's got nothing to do with the actual substance.
No, no bodily fluids, but it's designed to look like bodily fluids. So,
Oh.
yeah. And I found that on the subreddit Idiocracy.
Well, that's something I didn't need to see today, so thank you. And we're going to balance that out with some good news. So we're going to go back to someone we haven't heard from in a while. This is Jen, that good news girl on TikTok. She's got a great little story from somewhere in Europe for 1 minute and 21 seconds. Take it away, Jen.
Wait, give it right back.
Slid down this steep concrete slope to try to rescue a dog that had gotten stuck. It was immediately clear that this wasn't something he could solve alone. The dog and the man were now both stuck at the edge of a concrete embankment, unable to climb back up on their own, with water rushing all around them. But bystanders weren't just gonna watch it happen. People nearby didn't hesitate, with strangers linking arms, forming a human chain, and working their way down the slope. And when the first chain wasn't long enough, they persevered, regrouping at the top to strategize their second attempt. This time, more passers-by jumped over the railing to assist, with others holding on from the other side to help keep everything stable. And it worked. With everyone holding on to one another, the man and the dog were pulled right out of their predicament, with the entire rescue taking about 5 minutes from start to finish. It all happened in Kazakhstan in 2016, and at the time, the video went incredibly viral, with comments pouring in about how this is what we're supposed to do for each other. 10 years later, the display of humanity hasn't been forgotten. The city of Almaty has just unveiled a bronze sculpture in the exact location the rescue took place. A chain of humans frozen mid-rescue, arms linked together. It's called Unity, and the last person's hand intentionally extends past the railing for anyone to reach out to, symbolizing that every single one of us can always be that missing link in the chain. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
That's awesome. And I want to point out that's so good on them to do the human chain because so many people drown trying to save somebody. That's why they always say have a floater with you or know what you're doing before you jump in to rescue someone, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to pull you down, and that's usually where most people die, is rescuing someone. So the human chain and using a team is your best bet if you have that option.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. And I've teased this for long enough, but it's going to happen now with Ryan here on episode 251, our very first poll. If you notice in the comments, it was good 20 minutes ago. Lady Cora said, "Be right back." And she is not back. So, our first poll, where did Lady Cora go? First option, Oregon. Second option, dead. Number 3, Vor. Please place your bets now.
I'm going 3.
Lisa says Oregon. Okay. Anyone else? I'm pretty sure I know what Tex's answer is. When it comes to people, Tex has the same thought. Dead.
No, it's funny because our junior hockey, well, actually, both our junior hockey teams are in the playoffs right now. But I've been hearing some people complain, and I'm sorry, but if you're going to a playoff hockey game and you're bitching about the noise in the crowd, very politely go fuck yourself. I mean, they even sell kits for kids that are Well, they don't even sell them. They have them there to use. But if you're, I don't know what is the word, sensory sensitive or whatever, and loud noises bug you, they give earphones for like headphones for the kids and things to do. So I don't know. There's so many people that are there, they're not paying attention. And like Don Cherry said, and I hate to be sexist, but 70% of the time, and this is what I'm seeing, it's usually women chatting it up and don't really notice if a puck's flying in the crowd. So if you're watching hockey live and you're not paying attention, well, there's a big chance you're probably going to end up dead.
Well, I'm going to hide that poll for the moment. I'll probably bring it up closer to the end of the show. Speaking of the end of the show, we have one more segment. But before we get to it, did you have anything more you wanted to share with the people?
Did I have it all? Let's see here. Nothing I can see at the moment, but I might. I'm just going to look in the archive. Oh, so where the hell is it? So I just wanted to actually, no, go ahead because I can't see it right now.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Yep. Everyone dies. Especially people who live in the 40-mile radius around your abode. Everything there is dead. There are no birds. There are no bees. There are no human beings. There's no Amazon. There's no nothing. It's you step a foot inside that 40-mile radius around Texas property. It's dead silent because nothing lives there. And Cora's back. Now, Cora, we would like to get you in on this poll that we started. And the poll is... What do you think, Cora? Which one would you go with?
And here's a new children's book coming out.
Is that AI generated?
No, that's someone actually taking the time and photoshopping.
Wow. I'm going to cook my dogs dinner and feed them. So, dead?
Oh, and I think I got one more. This is one of my favorite. This is like picture perfect family. And where the hell is he? Oh, there he is.
That is great.
The AI does have a purpose.
Yeah. You know, he's been doing movies since 1980 or 81.
And apparently he has a huge.
No, don't say it. No.
Hubasa.
Something else I didn't need to hear today. But anyway. Yeah, I did give a number, but that doesn't mean it's the true number. I could be off by a dozen miles or so. Who knows?
I got one more for you. This one's, well, kids shouldn't be watching this anyways, but, you know, just saying this one, yeah.
Whoa. Jesus.
You remember Freak Show from Harold and Kumar? Hard to believe that's Chris Maloney, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Even with all the sensors and protections in place, kids still see a lot on the internet these days. Unfortunately, they grow up way too fast because of that.
They're at the Liberal Party convention. There is talk that they're going to introduce legislation to limit social media in Canada to those 16 and older.
Oh, kind of like they did in Australia recently.
There's no guarantee it's going to pass, but it's good way out there. Like good start at least.
Person sauna wearing jeans. Yeah, that's kind of strange. To each their own. All right. So we have one more segment. And because I have only one clip for this segment, some of you know exactly what I am going to play. So this is your bathroom break now. You ever been to a fast food restaurant before?
No.
All right. Well, this is going to be an easy one then. There was this guy. He decided to do a review of the burger he had purchased by bringing it back to the counter and haranguing the fast food worker in question. And this is going to go on for a good 2 minutes and 43 seconds, unfortunately. And then I've got a follow-up clip after that, which is 14 seconds. And dead.
Think of it.
This is what I think of your guys' burger.
Okay, sounds good.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's excellent.
Okay. Yo, these guys are fucked, guys. Yo, miss, excuse me. That's a cheesy, the double cheesy, right? Miss, I got the double cheesy right here. You know what's so funny? I was doing a food review for your guys' burger. I actually liked it. I'm not really taking it in what I'm eating though, so I'm eating it. Everything's okay. But I'm like, that's not the same as the picture. You guys gave me one burger bun. Yeah. I mean one.
Okay, so first of all, fuck him. Is this the first time he's ever been to friggin' McDick's? Like, I'm sorry. I have never had a burger in my entire life that looks like the picture. I mean, oh my God, what a douchebag.
It gets worse.
Oh.
One fucking, what do you call it? One meat slice. This doesn't match to the picture, guys. This is not matching to the picture that I got. I paid $9 for this shit. This is bullshit. Where did the lady go? Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? And they make it with their bare hands. Oh my God. I'm just taking that into. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me.
Now, Cora brings up an interesting point. He ate half of it without noticing. Now, how do we, the viewing audience, know that the burger did not look like as it did in the picture before he put his grubby hands on it, crushed it, and shoved half of it into his gaping maw?
Hi.
Yeah, miss. I ordered the double cheesy stack. This is not. Does it look like this or no? And I'm doing a food review too in the car, and I'm like, this tastes really good. But I'm taking in like, where's the rest of the burger?
That's a double quarter.
That's the cheese. That's the cheesy one. That's the cheesy meal I got. Yes.
We can remake it for you. That's a double quarter though.
So
That's
double.
that's not the cheesy melt. It's
But that's
missing
what I asked
one. It's missing one patty, so I can remake it for you. I'll remake it. Okay? Yes, no, maybe so.
No, but okay, but even if this is not the burger, why does it look so like? Why does it look sloppy and stuff? Every time I order food, it does not look like the picture.
Well, this looks like the picture because the picture is made by artists.
Artists, okay.
Yes, versus what's reality is the sandwich, right?
And you can't video without, like, permission, so to say.
No, but I'm just being honest though. I'm a reviewer.
Yeah.
And I said I liked it, but now I don't like it.
That's okay. So you want your money back?
I don't want money. I don't want my money back.
So do you want me to remake it for you?
I want you to guys know what I think of your guys' burger.
Okay.
And what do you think?
They don't fucking care.
This is what I think of your guys' burger.
Okay, sounds good.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's excellent.
Okay.
That's yours. Take us.
I'm looking for 903.
That's what I think of your guys' burger.
Excellent.
Lots of cream. Oh, okay, I like.
There you go. I don't want no money back. I'm good.
Are you
Thank
sure?
you. I don't want no money back.
And you don't want it
I don't
to
want
get
no
new
food. That's what I think of your guys' burger.
Okay, have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Fucking idiots.
Hey, he's the fucking idiot. And okay, I'm going to go off on a little rant here. There's this fucking weird subculture of these piece of shit douchebags that they think there's something important. Like Cora said there, has 10 fucking followers, and the guy thinks he's friggin' Guy Fieri or Gordon Ramsay. And then he goes into a goddamn McDonald's bitching about how the appearance. Like, my God. He got offered a free replacement. He got offered his friggin' money back. The guy needs a fucking throat punch.
Snydrome from the Snyderverse. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a billion-dollar company is really going to give a shit because the lacquer-painted cardboard stuffed burger in the picture doesn't look like what you're seeing.
Yeah. Could have saved us all over 2 minutes if he had watched a clip from this film.
You see what I mean? It's plump, it's juicy, it's 3 inches thick. Now, look at this sorry, miserable, squashed thing. Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this picture?
14 seconds, done. Review over.
Did the guy do a bit without actually doing a bit? Like, is he that friggin' clueless? I recommend to you and everybody out there to look up the song "Boogers and Cum" by the South Park guys, basically describing Yelpers, people that made reviews. They did a whole episode on that.
Do food reviews matter? Ooh, good one, because palates are different from person to person. I bet something that I really like, my co-host would heave over, and vice versa.
Well, exactly. And like Cora said, it's fast food. Fast food automatically means the quality is not going to be 5-star Michelin rated. And anybody who thinks that is delusional. Like, what are you expecting? And that's the thing. What pisses me off, and I know Nick's went off on this a few times, but these are teenage kids, 9 times out of 10, working their first job. The last thing these kids should have to hear is some asshole bitching about something. Like, what do they think these people are going to do? Really?
Yes, the person doing customer service, excellent job. And maybe the restaurant had a bad night. Yes, maybe an employee or two had a bad night, but then again, that bad night, bad day, bad moment, that could be applied to every clip that we show on this show. And if we were to apply that kind of logic, we wouldn't have a show. So
I find it's so inaccurate to get a good review because tastes vary. I know there's a small restaurant in town here I think is fantastic, and some people hate it. Like they have a personal problem with the owners. And about reviews too is if something's really really screwed up on my food or it's just didn't taste right, I'm not going to throw it at the manager. I'm not going to have a fit at the workers. But what I usually do is I put a complaint into corporate because they have a nice little feature. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, I've gotten a gift card for the amount of that's been there. I've only made like 1 or 2 complaints because they forgot my patty or something else bad, or given me hyper spiced chicken when I didn't want hyper spiced chicken.
yeah, if it comes to complaining about food or something of the like, I definitely do not do a review, and I most of the time don't even put in a complaint. I just take my lumps and I leave. Ooh, there's a good one. People cooking the food and food supplies change every shift. Yeah, especially if you go to a restaurant and you've been to it multiple times before and the cooks change every few years.
Yes. And if you're dealing with a small family run mom and pop place, you can expect consistency. But yeah, when you go to a chain, it's going to be crap. And yeah, like Denny's or Olive Garden, it's going to be the exact same. I've eaten Olive Gardens in Edmonton and Vancouver or Langley, and it's the same. It's the exact same flavor and quality, even though there's 1,000 kilometers between the two.
Thank you very much for being here, Nick. Appreciate it. Hope you get well soon. Everyone send well wishes to the garbage man that he may return next week.
And ahoy, ahoy, buddy. Get well.
Jesus, can't even afford to go to McDonald's. And McDonald's used to be the cheap option.
If me and my kid go have McDonald's, it's going to be over $30 for us to get a burger, fries, and a drink each.
I remember back in the day, having a $20 bill means I was going to splurge at McDonald's, and I didn't go there very often.
I remember back in the day, me and my cousins in Edmonton pissed off the people working the drive-thru, but we ordered 10, 20 packs of nuggets, and it was under $30.
Nice.
So 200 chicken McNuggets, that would be probably about $300 now.
Even medium quality meat, it's probably better.
Oh yeah, it's for me to eat fast food. It's just laziness, is what it is.
Yeah. The last time I went to a fast food restaurant, I think it was A&W, and that was 2 years ago, something like that. Yeah. They put soy in their meat. Oh no, all them soy boy comments, bro.
I actually prefer. It's interesting because McDonald's tastes like McDonald's, right? And the difference is I went to Wendy's for the first time in a very long time, and I tasted beef, and that's the difference. McDonald's, it's going to taste like McDonald's. Oh, Chili's. I love Chili's, especially when they make the guac right at your table. That's the coolest thing.
Never been to a Chili's. What would you compare it to?
It's a chain, so in your like, it's not even close for the food. But think of BP's type of same menu and everything else. Yeah, we don't have Applebee's here. Cheesecake Factory type of like chain, but Chili's is more on the end of like kind of like Latino foods and that, like spicy Mexican. And yeah, it's not bad. I've had it at the airport in Calgary once. Oh, it was incredible for an airport.
I love the Cheesecake Factory. All right. Well, if the garbage man were here and we were talking about food, he'd be hungry. So that would signal the end of the show.
Yep.
So, as we are wont to do you have any recommendations or well-wishings or warnings for the people?
Well, I do have well wishes, and I'm just going, go Cougars, go. I'm going to the game tomorrow night. Should be a sellout. Let's kick Penticton's ass. They're game three, and we're 2 ahead. And by the way, just wanted to shout out to anyone looking for some dirty country music. Walker Wheeler Jr. Look him up. It's damn good music.
There you go, Tex. Dirty country music. I'm not going to ask.
I just recommend just looking it up, and yeah, it's damn good.
In terms of the movies, I saw this one very recently from 2018, The Standoff at Sparrow Creek. Hour 28 minutes, a former cop turned militiaman investigates a shooting at a police funeral. We don't get any footage of the shooting at the police funeral. It's all the reaction and the aftermath. The cinematography, the pacing, the acting, everything about this movie is great. Not only is this streaming on Sundance and AMC, but it's also on Tubi and Prime. Well worth your time, in my opinion. That's James Badge Dale right there. Excellent lead. Can't say enough good things about this movie. If you like suspense, crime, drama, thrillers, then this is the one for you. Standoff at Sparrow Creek.
Nice.
Thank you very much for being here, Lady Cora. It's great to see you again. Did you get a chance to vote in our poll? Yeah, that poll right there. Maybe you want to cast a vote before we shut it down for the night, hey? We got 2 votes already on it. No? Okay. Maybe next week. Maybe we'll revive the poll.
Well, 2, okay.
And we thank everyone who is here, be it for the moment or the duration, including Lady Cora, Cousin Lisa, Amanda, Wade, Silas, name I'm not familiar with, but I'm sure that's someone who's using a different name. Thank you for chiming in. Sorry we didn't get to you. Tex, Jolene, Alma, The Garbage Man, and Casey. People who we have not seen in a while, and we hope we're doing well. Ginger, Hanama, Overseer, Beverly, Stephanie, Svelte Brody, Shlomo, Really Mysterious, Junior Coltrane, Van, Coos to Him, Edward Blake, Rashid Jurgens, Hugo Pontarelli, Freak Nasty Bumsec, Stuart McQuaid, AJ Raider, Michael Ewan Madden, #Walk It Off, Wild Bill, Benal Bennigan, the King of Alberta, Richard Alberta, Mr. Garner, Penny Trish, Jen Tamara, my friends Sarah, Chantel, and Teresa, our friends Matt, James, Jared, Kathy, Freja, Sheena, and the future champion of the galaxy, Dewey Robson. 2 Trevors, 2 Cindys, 2 Jolenes, Nathan, Nick's moms and dads, my aunties Di and Kathy, and cousins Lisa, Adam, and Jamie. And of course, shout outs to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley. Don't forget, think before you say something, think before you do something. Take 5 minutes a day to learn a new skill or improve upon an existing one, and do 3 good things for people every day without expectation of reward or reciprocation for Kyle. When they return on Monday, April 20th, Alex and the Garbage Man will not be baked out of their gourds, despite the preponderance and the legality of the good green, but maybe we'll indulge slightly in THC/CBD oil and or edibles. Edibles that might be in the shape of Gloria Pouche-Fonte's quiche-smelling uterus. Oh, God. And we got a hearty endorsement from Bill Clinton.
Absolutely.
I vote 2. Never 3. Well, 3 is the winner. So thank you very much, Lady Cora, for chiming in on that. We really appreciate it. All the best.
Just want to point out,
yep.
AI is the perfect thing for people who love vor, because it's impossible without AI. Just throwing it out there.
Have a good night, everyone. Take care.
I pulled a swerve on you, bro.
A few moments later.
Bang, ding, ow.
He didn't use his turn signal!
It's Patrick!
Good night, and good luck.